All right, we live. Straight politicking on all you ninjas. And I'm sitting here with Munchie B, the mayor, for another banger. And you just dropped a really controversial song, Munchie. Can we start off with talking about this song? Home invasions, robberies, the no jumper
robbery. So I basically played off that 50 Cent How to Rob. When he dropped that, he was going through the industry robbing everybody. I'm like, I'm a no jumper robbery, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to book everybody in the building that work over there. But you feel me, people been hitting like, well, damn, you and Young and Handfake getting into it. I'm like, man, I was just, you know what I'm saying? Cool concept, so I went with it.
Well, you can get one of two responses because when 50 Cent did it, I don't know, he mentioned at least 10 guys.
It was mixed reviews though, because some of the people took stuff personal.
A couple people actually did a song back to 50.
Right.
To get personal, I remember Big Pun did one. He didn't like that shit.
Oh, Pun was alive?
Pun was alive. He mentioned Robin Pun.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, Pun was the hottest rapper in 98.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more collabs than any other rapper in 98. So 50 had to throw him in there. I think How to Rob was 99.
Mm-hmm.
So for some reason, Big Pun didn't laugh it off.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's going to be anybody that's not going to laugh this off?
I kept calling Flacco fat. You feel me? He like so man, tie him up, fat ass, and that fat ass. But yeah, and Mike, they just did a cipher. And Mike, he might have said something back. Oh though, you feel me?
But I think of all the people you mentioned in the song, you actually popped Flacco.
I popped him in. Frosty popped Suspect. But I said Snow popped Suspect. But people don't call him Snow. That's because Snow is Frosty hood name.
Hey, I didn't even know that until I didn't know that's what you were referring to in that song.
Yeah, I kept saying Snow. I should have said Frosty though, but Snow, that's Frosty hood name. I'm like, yeah, Snow. Sometimes on me chipped them, they had beef. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it now because of their little thing.
Yeah.
So people who are following that would know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, but I didn't realize people didn't. I didn't realize they didn't know. Like Frosty the Snowman, Snow is his hood name, like from families. Like Frosty is a rapper name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Suspect got popped too. Everything, but see, Suspect. No, I ain't got no issue with him. You feel me? I didn't been in the same building on camera with him. Although him and Frosty got they whatever you want to call it. Maybe I'm downplaying it. I just don't look at they thing as serious. I think they was like so close and they got into it and don't nobody want to look like the Buster or you know what I'm saying? Cause y'all know they know each other mamas. You know when Frosty baby mama was pregnant again. I didn't know. He from my hood. Like who like they you know what I'm saying?
Well, wasn't there a situation that was caught on camera of either Frosty or Frosty's folks putting hands on Suspect or Suspect's folks at some spot that got posted online?
Oh, when they ran in there?
Yeah.
No, actually, that was another Inglewood family that did that to Frosty or whatever, because they had some.
You mean the Suspect?
No,
that was done to Frosty.
If you talking about like somebody ran in somewhere and
I thought it was Frosty ran in somewhere, or Frosty's folks ran in somewhere where Suspect was at.
Nah, if it's what I'm thinking about, it was some Inglewood family on Inglewood family thing. Frosty did some very disrespectful things to this person, said something to this person, mom, and that other person had the keys to the spot where Frosty was at because the mom was the landlord. He ran in there and got, you know what I'm saying? But
okay, so what's his name? Suspect had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, no. Excuse me. Suspect ain't got Frosty on camera with nothing. Hell no. I don't know all that. Hey, see, I don't be paying enough attention to that because like early on when AD was still at No Jumper, I'm like, I hit AD. I said, hey, I ain't trying to come on there or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? You could mediate it. I had a homie Frosty and Suspect, you know what I'm saying? Holler or whatever. I hit Suspect, like, man, shit ain't me. It's Snow to my Frosty. And I hit Frosty like, man, that's out. I'm like, I was trying to be a good Samaritan, but I just look at they shit like a little family spat. Y'all know each other, mamas, daddies, mothers by name, baby mamas, and you know what I'm saying? So, but shit, I ain't trying to fix their little issue. I just left it alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Okay, so I don't remember if 50 Cent's song, he popped anybody. I think it was straight robbery. But in your song, it was robbery and pop a couple dudes.
Yeah. Flacco played broke. He got popped. Suspect got popped by Frosty. You know what I'm saying? We got Young Ant, you feel me, for his chain and the 2 racks in his pocket. You feel me? Who else? Yeah.
Was that 607 Unk you put in the trunk? You said Unk in the trunk?
Yeah, shout out STL, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Now Unk in the trunk. You feel me? Remove what? You didn't know this was Bloods? Like, all that was the little Unk thing, and then, my boy Brick. Oh, he in jail. I know he ain't at home. He got a safe. We in there. You feel me?
Yeah. Now, what was different about your song, which is very unique in, I guess, the last few years, is that it's 4 minutes long. Most people are dropping 2-minute songs, and they're doing it. They're doing it with 2-minute songs. You literally dropped like a 4-minute song.
Yeah, because I had more to say though, so I had, but I really didn't even say all I wanted to say because I wanted to go more in on Winnie 100.
Was this a 3-verse song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like Wack100 on his belly with his ass, his cheeks out, laid up with R&B right ass. Like, but I really wanted to go more in them. Like, you was not Pyro on IFG. I had to throw that in there, but then I had to move on to the next. Like, really, it's a gang of people that work up in here.
Hey, but the track was pretty. The track was pretty dope. Let's
Big Schmads.
Let's listen to the first few seconds of this.
Damn, say you going crazy in this.
5-9s, 211s, murder robbery, 187. I'm a money getter. That's amazing. The way I fell in love with home invasions.
5-9s, 211s, murder robbery, 187. I'm a money getter. That's amazing. The way I fell in love with home invasions.
I need my chili and I need it now. Little Philly snow grab, that's how it's going down. Crash the interview, make him lay it down. Tie Flacco up, he like 300 pounds. Hey, don't leave it to that fat.
Okay. Hey, when I was young, I used to listen to the Scanner all the time, LAPD Scanner, and they used to say 459 gang activity on such and such street. I'm like, what the hell is 459 gang activity? 459, and our penal codes. Every state has its own code number for the crime.
Mm-hmm.
So these numbers are unique for California.
Yeah,
but
so
it seems
the
like
viewers.
But 211 seems to be nationally known for robbery, and 187. They've done movies called 187.
So is 187 across the board all 50 states? You think?
No, that's just California is a 187 for murder. Every other state has a different penal code for murder.
But you got Snoop Dogg 187 on the cop.
He made 187 like internationally known for murder, even though there's 49 other murder codes for the 49 other states. And 211, that's another Cali thing.
459 burglary.
I don't think people are tapped in with 459 though.
459 is burglary. 211 is robbery. 187, is murder. 664, 187, attempted murder. Like, you know what I mean? So on.
Hey, I want to know, like, how did you pick this track? Because a lot of people are, like...
With the beat?
Yeah, this beat. A lot of people is like, that's a hard beat.
I was about to... the homie Lil Philly from the hood, he be doing this thing now. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to hit the studio, and then we was going to do this together, but he ended up not showing. So this is like one of the beats he had sent. You know what I'm saying? And the producer name slipped my mind, so we gonna be sure to tag him. And you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he didn't show up. I'm gonna just do it by myself. Then I knocked it out. You know what I'm saying? But now he wish he showed up because it's going up right now. But yeah, I forgot the producer name, but we gonna put him in the community thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I gotta say, you pick good tracks for all your music. I'm thinking that you always got the same producer, or you just be having a variety of options.
Yeah, I got an ear. I got an ear for like the type of sound I like. Yeah, but it be different producers. Cause you know my boy Mud Dollars, he be sending me who he man, bro. I don't know why everything's slipping my mind. My boy Mud Dollars be sending me his you know, Mud Dollars was working with Slim400 with the ice water thing. He still be supporting me, sending me beats. My boy Kurt Dog, you know what I'm saying, Powerflow Music, his producer, he be sending me stuff through. Like, he be a collective, you know what I mean?
Hey, now that you just mentioned Mud Dollars and Slim400, I was listening to a track that just came out about 2 months ago, Lefty Gunplay and Slim400.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say that track was dope.
Yeah.
And the way they just mixed that in and had Slim400 on the track, and then the way Lefty rapped as if Slim400 was his boy, even though I'm almost certain they've never met each other.
They never met, but they would have hit it off, cause Slim is a fool and he naturally funny on accident. He get bent and get the feel me, so he'd be somewhere drunk and him and Lefty be somewhere going up in the studio acting the ass, bro. So they would have hit it off though. But yep, no, Lefty did that.
Yeah, that's one of my I put that down as one of my top 10 for 2025 LA bangers. That Lefty Slim400. That might have been one of Slim400's best verses.
Man, I shared it to my Instagram. I gotta go run back and listen to it again since you saying he's putting it like that though.
Hey, the penal code for homicide in Texas is 19. And they have different levels, 19.01, 19.02, 19.03. That don't sound as smooth as 187.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. 19?
Yeah, 19. They got different 19s depending on the severity of the homicide. And it's 19.02B if you murder a police officer. They got a different code for if you shoot and kill a cop.
Hey, look, so look, when we was in juvenile hall, everybody knew if you was in there for 288, it wasn't cool, right? You know what 288 is?
What is that?
The R word.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Oh, he got a 288. You know what I'm saying? Because like in juvenile hall, if you in there for that type of case, you can't have, well, we call it roommates in juvenile hall, not cellies, but you know what I'm saying? You got to be in a room by yourself if you got that type of case. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, yeah, he in here for a 288. They be like, damn, shit crazy.
Homicide in Nevada is 200, and they got different ones. They got different levels of
200 sound a little cooler than 19.
Yeah. But yeah, you left Young and Hefe only with his T-hat.
That's it.
Moving.
Moving. Keep it moving to the next. That be the West LA. Yeah.
Okay, so did you holler at any of these folks before you dropped this track?
No, I just dropped it and I sent it to the No Jumper group text when I thought it was done recording.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
And then I got the funniest bar to me. The funniest bar to me. If the boys come, we're gonna let it blow like 4X.
Boys come, let it blow like 4 extras and it's explode. Boom.
Oh man.
Hey, look. That's like a little you got to get used to. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I get all the blind jokes. I don't care though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you go down any comment section on Straight Politicking, they go like, he looking at his phone. How did he see that? Man, like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at a point, you just gotta embrace that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no Inglewood Family 40 crib thing when I'm doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially, it's timely, so it ain't nothing like that. But yeah, boys get behind us, let it blow like 4 extras, for sure.
So you think he'll get used to it?
I don't know. I only know of them. You know what I'm saying? We know some mutuals. I ain't never been around them to know, like, if it settle in with them or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know 4 extras like that. We ain't never, you know what I'm saying? But I think it'll be wise just to, you know what I'm saying? It'll probably take some time. Like, man, wave that off. Like, cause I truly believe if he keep the same confidence he had before, you know what I'm saying? You still gonna be cracking females. You know what I'm saying? You still go, like, you can't let that shit hinder you. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
This sounds like it's going to be your most talked about song that you've done in quite some time, because you're a different Munchie B now than you was when you dropped songs like For the Ancestors and those songs you was dropping back then. You're the podcaster, you're the viral dude. So now when you drop a song, it's a little different.
Oh yeah, that's why you gotta come with like little witty concepts like this. You know what I'm saying?
people are reacting to it.
Oh yeah. I ran across a couple reactions.
Yeah.
I like political street views. I like him. He with the voice.
A faceless channel.
Yeah. No. He got a cold sense of humor. He funny as hell. And you could, whoever it is behind it, you could tell he a little street. You feel me? Like, it's funny though. To me, it's funny.
Hey, Wack100 did admit to Adam on No Jumper that Munchie B could rap.
And I don't be just picking beef with niggas, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Like niggas be coming at me. Munchie just want to be the top blood rapper and all that shit, bro. That's all that shit out there.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Do you think Munchie can rap?
No, he sucks.
So you hate him. That's hating shit. You gotta stop doing that.
He sucks.
You know, I used to be a motherfucker I don't fuck with,
hate because
but
I
I
said
give
he
him respect. Munchie can rap.
I'm done with it.
5 211, murder robbery, 187. I'm a money getter. It's amazing the way I fell in love with home invasions.
5 211, murder robbery, 187. I'm a money getter. That's amazing. The way I fell in love with home invasions.
I need my chili and I need it now. Little Philly snow girl, this how it's going down. Crash the interview, make him lay it down. Tie Flocko up, he like 300 pounds. Hey, don't leave it to that fat nigga, give it up. Where to go at? His parents, they from Africa. Oh, you ain't got shit, fuck it, blood pop 'em. Fat ass on YouTube, starting drama. There you go. They didn't know on the gang, I don't play. Take the 110 freeway to the 8 trays. Pull over, I'm about to text Hefe. Hey, bro. On Bloods, I'm about to see what that check say. I have to holler at you, bro, I'm glad you came. You like what you need, nigga, I need that change. Hit his pockets, okay, this a few stacks. 2,000, everything, he only left with his T-hat. 211.
Yeah, and he admitted that to Sassy Badass too. Sassy didn't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And to Wack credit, he never went back on it. After I talked shit about him, he never went back. Like, you know what I'm saying? He still said I could rap after me talking shit though, so I'll give him that though.
Yeah, man. So the thumbnail is a little bit funny also. the strap to the, I want to say to the head, but it's really kind of like to the lower part of the face. That's supposed to be Adam.
Yeah, man. It's the 22ster. You got to get it. You the head. You got the most money around here.
Oh yeah, you went to go get him for a couple million, and you was gonna do something to Lena.
Mm-hmm. $3 million right now. We killed a broad on everything.
But Lena didn't get popped though.
Nah, obviously none. Hey, look, in the song, evidently he complied because you didn't hear no pow. You know what I'm saying? It was confirmed that, you know what I'm saying, Frosty got my boy Suspect. And you know, you heard it with the Flocko.
Okay.
On YouTube, starting all that drama. Flocko, you feel me?
All right, so I wanted to holler at you about the 600 fight. He got knocked out in the second round. And then I want to talk to you about PNice having to leave a function where the Hoovers and the Troubles was having a game, and him being an insane ally to the Hoovers. That Hussein goes way back to the 90s. I remember that around 94, 95 when that first came about. He had to leave, and we're going to talk about why he had to leave and how that's tied into content. And then lastly, we're going to talk about Termaine Mills, a.k.a. Ashley Cannon, calling in to No Jumper, throwing Wack100 completely under the bus. But before we do that, I just found this article. It's related to a topic that we talked with ODM Slim about when we were talking about Sunday Fun Day, low riding, street takeovers. Apparently, this is getting serious in the city. So this article just dropped on KTLA 5 just yesterday. And it says the LA County DA will be joined by other officials this week for a press conference to address the rise in street takeovers in the Los Angeles area. Now, I don't know if there's a rise, because sometimes they say there's a rise in this, there's a rise in that, and it ain't even a rise. So either this is politically motivated, or maybe they did a takeover by somebody's community in front of someone's house that's important, or maybe there really is a rise. But this has been going on since I was young. So I don't know if there's an increase in this, but they want to have a press conference to talk about it.
Okay. or like we were trying to say, like Sunday Fun Day and when they do the takeovers, it's two different vibes, two different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A Sunday Fun Day is more chill, low riders, and it's an older crowd. You know what I'm saying? They either on their hogs or the low-lows, but then when you go to takeover, it's more the faster cars, they hitting donuts, all that, right? All right. Now, when we had covered, can't remember his name, but Raymond Washington, grandson, went to jail that day, and Lil AD went to jail that day.
Yeah, that would have been
I forget his name. He was a
Rayshana Washington's son.
Okay, they labeled that a takeover, and it was. So I think you're using this takeover thing to, you know what I mean? Because
they're trying to smut black gathering. How about that?
Because that's our culture.
Yeah.
That's our culture. So
that was a candlelight vigil, though.
And it was from what I know, from what I hear, because that's not my community, it was peaceful. And it was the people from like the motorcycle club out there, and all, like it wasn't just gang. No, they were just paying their respects, and they wanted to make that gathering look so bad. They even got the name wrong on one of the news reports and said it had to do with a gang murder that happened the month prior.
Yeah, they got the wrong victim.
Like they, but I don't know. It's probably because I'm older and I ain't outside as much though. I don't think it's a rise. I think it was like more prevalent when I was young.
Well, I think it was because of where this recent one happened. And the second paragraph of this article, it says, notable recent incident included one that took place just this past Saturday where dozens gathered outside of Crypto.com Arena in downtown LA, lighting off fireworks and watching cars do donuts and burnouts. So I think this is what the issue is. If you're over there on Spring, if you're over there on Avalon, if you're over there on Broadway in South LA, okay, that's one thing. But now you're bringing it over here to the Staples Center or the Crypto.com Arena?
Okay. All right, look. All right, put it like this. For the viewers that's from LA County, I don't know exactly where you live in LA County, but if you live in Compton, Inglewood, South Central, I don't know. Fireworks get popped year round. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like election, somebody get voted in, they popping fireworks. The Lakers win, they pop fireworks. We want any reason to celebrate. So I don't know what was going on that day where they got the popping fireworks and hitting donuts, but I mean that's LA culture. That just happened. But maybe they getting bored. They need something to. You know what I'm saying? It ain't around election time. What month is this?
We're in August.
So that'd be around like November when they trying to vote people in and all that stuff. Like I don't know, man.
Well, the article continues to say other takeovers have taken place near auto parts stores. There were 2 takeovers that were allegedly connected to AutoZone burglaries on July 21 and 26. Another AutoZone was targeted by looters and defaced by vandals in June. Local officials have floated the idea of increasing fines from $500 to $1,000 for those who participate or even just come and watch.
Hey, so them dates you said, was anything going on? What did anything take place? Because there's been some recent. June. So was that a takeover, and did that have something to do with the immigration thing? Them particular dates, because they trying to blend the two. You know what I'm saying? You know how they try to confuse the viewers.
Yeah. I don't know.
That wasn't no takeover. That was a peaceful protest. If you like what? Ain't crazy.
So now the spectators are going to get arrested and fined. And there's a motion. Let me see. A motion to do so was passed by the LA County Board of Supervisors in April. That's a motion to even penalize spectators. So Hockman, the LA District Attorney, and other officials are set to hold their press conference to talk about this. So,
good afternoon. My name is Nathan Hockman. I'm the District Attorney of Los Angeles County. Today we are holding a press conference to highlight an increasingly growing problem in our county, and that is street takeovers, illegal street takeovers. I'm sure many of you saw the video from this past weekend where we had one of these illegal street takeovers take place right next to the crypto arena. And generally what happens in these illegal street takeovers is that you'll have a promoter out there, usually on social media, and they will alert people where the street takeover is going to take place, what the intersection is, And it's often happening either in downtown or somewhere in South Los Angeles or San Pedro. They will notify literally hundreds of people who are on these various social media streams to say, come right now at this particular time to this intersection. And here's what generally plays out at those intersections. You will have a whole variety of street takeover drivers. This can be anywhere from 1 or 2 up to 30 or 40 different drivers that will show up at these intersections. And they will engage in highly dangerous and often destructive and even potentially deadly actions of gearing their cars around this intersection, doing these donut drifts in order to excite the crowd. And where it's being played out is not even necessarily right there at the intersection, but it's being streamed, live streamed and whatnot to get out on social media. The promoters are trying to make money from this. The drivers are often trying to make money or improve their street cred in the community. And the spectators are out there trying to enjoy. I don't even say enjoy. It's almost be titillated by this excitement of an illegal activity happening right there. But let me explain what's going on in real terms. And let me start with those. First, I'll start with the promoters. Those promoters who are promoting this illegal these illegal street takeovers are engaged in criminal conduct, misdemeanors and felonies as well. The people who are doing the driving, they're committing a whole variety of criminal actions, whether it's reckless driving, exhibiting high degrees of speed, and to the extent that they either hurt someone and create great bodily injury or kill someone, even much more extreme type of assault with deadly weapons, those being their cars, or vehicular manslaughter that will end up with them in basically years and years of state prison. But you also have the spectators. Turns out that the law in Los Angeles County provides that if you come out to be a spectator at one of these illegal street takeovers, you're committing a crime yourself.
Hey, I'm letting the people know that if you're out there hanging out, know what could possibly happen, because now they're going to take people that are just standing around the jail if they can get you.
It's not a takeover thing, bro. Believe me, it's a demonstration thing. So when people be out, whether it's some Trayvon Martin type thing going on, or the ICE thing that has recently been going on, they go blend that together and say it got something to do with some street takeover thing, and they don't, because that's exactly what they did with Rayshana Washington's son and Lil AD, and they made it seem like it was a takeover. They used the word takeover, and it wasn't that. It was mourning somebody. So I think they know what they doing, man.
Yeah, and I think one of the main issues with this most recent quote-unquote takeover is that they did it in downtown LA, right on the corner where the Crypto.com arena is, formerly known as the Staples Center, and started doing their thing right there. And the police gonna be there right away.
It'd be hard to shake them names, huh? They gonna forever call it the Staples Center.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it the Staples Center. I cannot call it Crypto.com arena. I'm just doing it because it's the article. But if somebody gonna meet me over there, I'm gonna say, meet me by the Staples Center. Okay,
the Great Western Forum. That it's a different name for that now. I don't even know it, but
it went to the Kia Center, right?
Okay, so the Great Western Forum is the Kia Center. Nobody calls it that.
It's still the Forum.
And if you from South Central, they still call it Will Rogers Park.
Yeah, that's now Ted Watkins.
Ted Watkins. Nobody calls it Ted Watkins. They call it Will Rogers. And even Inglewood, Cinella Park, nobody call it Edward Vincent Jr. Park.
Yeah, that's,
like, it'd be hard to shake the old name. That's crazy.
It takes like a whole generation to come and go before those names set in. How about Obama Boulevard? I'm like, that's rodeo.
It seemed like they kind of embracing the Obama though. I hear it a little bit.
Yeah,
I hear Obama Boulevard a little bit, but to the natives, that's rodeo.
Hey, when I was young, when they changed Santa Barbara to King, they did that when I was about 13, and a lot of folks was offended. Like white folks, they did not want to call that King. It stayed Santa Barbara Boulevard for years.
Yeah, I heard that's what it used to be, but take note, or we could see where we proven wrong. King Boulevard is only in hoods, only in black people neighborhoods and like hoods.
Yeah, it just goes from the east side, and I think it ends at like La Brea somewhere.
But they got King out there in Long Beach?
They do actually.
And it's the east side of Long Beach, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're always gonna put King in the black community.
Is it because they paying homage, okay, or is it like stick that over there? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. You know that Compton had a street that used to go east and west, and you know Compton got two streets called Compton. One's Compton Boulevard, and one's Compton Ave.
Right.
So the one that runs east west used to run all the way to the coast, to the beach.
But now it turned into Redondo Beach.
I thought, yeah, either Redondo or Manhattan, one of them.
Redondo.
So, and I was reading an old article from like the 90s that said that the reputation of the name Compton was disliked by a lot of people that lived in those beach communities.
Wow. So as soon as it's crazy because Compton Boulevard stops as soon as you hit Gardena.
And then it turns into Redondo?
Right. It splinters, and then if you merge a little to the left, you go to Redondo Beach, and if you keep going straight, it turns into something else smaller, other than Compton though. So that's crazy. As soon as you hit Gardena, Compton Boulevard stop.
Yeah, so, you know, as the more west you go, the more white it becomes. And them folks didn't want no Compton labels in their communities.
And then when you hit Gardena, they got a large Asian community. You got the Asian banks, all that in Gardena. Have you noticed that?
Japanese, that's their hood.
Right.
Yep.
Like Gardena. So, like, damn, as soon as you hit Gardena, Compton Boulevard stop. And I never knew about this article. That's crazy.
Hey, if you need a good Japanese supermarket or you're looking for some good Japanese and Asian food, Gardena's the spot to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. 600. 600. 600. Man, when you came to Street TV and you talked about how you was 20-0, I mean, I kind of thought you big. You almost 300 pounds. You a heavyweight. You probably knocking people out. Being either on his team or him on your team to where you're managing this dude.
Okay, so he did a deal with CME. CME is Cutthroat Music Entertainment or Cutthroat Music Empire, you know, or CME Global. He did a deal with them. You know, I didn't know Crip Mac, you know, and I heard he was supposed to be fighting Blueface. So that's when I inserted myself. He's from neighborhood, I'm from neighborhood. So yeah, get him on the phone. I'm gonna train him for this fight. You know, he never boxed before. He's a heavyweight. I took myself for never boxing before to the top of the boxing world. I could take him the same thing. These other trainers can't do it. They ain't fought heavyweight. They ain't trained no heavyweight. They be just popping it. They don't be successful boxers. I'm the one for him, man. We from the same neighborhood. I'm gonna show him from the ground up. Where he at? Get him here. So, you know, we tracked him down and, you know, we linked up.
You probably really doing your thing. But you got to remember, a lot of those early fights are untelevised. Remember bar fights? They're in the back of a bar, a ring set up at a bar. And you
Back of a bar.
Remember we talked about it before, like some of these fights in Tijuana.
Okay, but that was in the back of bars?
No, I'm saying a lot of the Mexican fights
right
can be anywhere. It's not at like these established arenas.
Oh, man.
But they're sanctioned, meaning that they're considered professional fights.
Right.
Because I guess it's easier for a fight to be considered pro in Mexico. But Mexico does have a well-established history of championship fighters. But, yeah, he was doing a bunch of these bar fights in Tijuana and got his record all padded up to 19-0, 20-0. And now that he's doing fights that are televised at arenas, he's getting KO'd in all of them.
Okay, so this last fight would be considered a TKO?
Absolutely.
TKO.
TKO, you took a knee in the second round. And
the first fight would be considered a KO.
Oh, that last fight was definitely a KO.
Well, the fight before last.
Yeah, the last fight before this one was a nice KO. I want to say it was a left hook, dropped him. Lights out, boom, fell forward.
Fell forward?
Yeah, fell forward.
Oh, he wasn't on his back?
Nah.
So So you and Wack was on your belly at one point. That's crazy. The irony. But hey man, look, bro, I really think like that's like disrespect to the sport of boxing when you like plagiarizing your record and then you going in there, you ain't showing out or putting up a good fight at all. That's crazy. That's disrespectful to the sport.
100%. My pops used to say that all the time, that people be wearing gloves. If you're going to put gloves on, you better know all the elements of boxing. Because I used to have some gloves in my room when I was young. My pops used to say, what the hell you got them gloves for? Who you fighting? So then I started fighting in East LA. And they had a gym out there. I used to go out there and fight. But yeah, you got to, there's so many things about respecting the sport that I think at this point in time, and even his unk said it. I don't know if 600 calls Wack unk, but even his unk, he said this before the fight, that if this is do or die, if you don't perform, your career is over.
Hang them gloves up, bro. Hey, bro. Or you got to head back to Tijuana or something. Like, but even the Tijuana one's the one that when he patented the record, those not televised?
Very rarely are those televised because you're not a ranked fighter. You're not recognized by any of the 3 or now 4 boxing organizations, the IBF, WBC, WBA, and WBO. You don't start getting ranked and recognized until you create a record, you know. But it's still considered a professional fight, and it goes on your record. It's considered legit. But yeah, a lot of those fights are fraudulent, and you know, out of all these sports, boxing got a lot of corruption in it. There's a lot of corruption in boxing, even at the highest levels.
Right.
So it's easy to go down there and pad your record, and then I don't know if he's making a bag, but let me play this clip of 600 training, where he looks like he's throwing a few. I think this is either in training or maybe this is before the fight. Boom, boom, boom. Nah, those are weak. I'm sorry. Those are weak.
I think he would have been a better offensive tackle than a boxer. I think he would have been a better offensive tackle than a boxer. Like, he should have tried to keep going with the football lane, play some semi-pro, try to get there. Because this not it. This not it, bro. And then, like, it's so improved. Like the boy Wack said. Like this, how you called it? Do or die or something?
No, I said do or die, but I don't know his exact words.
Okay, whatever his exact words, it's along the lines of that. And sometimes it comes a time where it's time to show and prove, and this was the time. And I think if you ain't got a bounce back fight in you with a worthy opponent after this, it's time to hang the gloves up. Period. And then the next fight, it got to be a lot of blood, swollen eyes, or a knockout. If not, it's just time to hang the gloves up. You know what I mean?
Now, are you familiar with Shannon Briggs, the boxer?
I'm familiar with the name.
Yeah. For some reason, him and 600 have been having dialogue back and forth, and it hasn't always been friendly. But Shannon Briggs posted, he's clowning him on his Instagram page. A dinner meeting with 600 or 600 cash. I don't know what that means. But he wrote, this pie said dinner meeting with him. Oh, this was his post. He's reposting his post. I guess he's trying to make some money. 600. A dinner meeting with 600 or 600 cash. Cannon Briggs is on Instagram, but that's Shannon Briggs. He says, yo, this pie said dinner meeting with him or 600 cash. I told him I'll take the meeting. After the meeting, he'd leaving in his undies. and then 600 commented underneath the post. He said, Buster, hey, I can't wait to run into you. And bro, Shannon Briggs I don't care how old Shannon Briggs gets, bro is going to dust you 600.
How old is Shannon Briggs, you think?
Hey, he went toe to toe with Lennox Lewis. Of course, he lost that fight, but so he's around Lennox Lewis age.
Okay.
And that was a hell of a fight. Shannon Briggs was in there doing his thing, but of course, at the end of the day, Lennox Lewis has that powerful long jab that is almost impossible to penetrate.
Did Shannon Briggs lose by knockout on that fight, or kind of to a decision?
No, I believe he dropped Shannon Briggs.
He dropped him or knocked him out?
Man, that fight was
It's been years.
It's been years.
Yeah.
But
hey, so hold on, but man, look. Oh, so he in the ring with the likes of Lennox Lewis, bro. I don't think that's what you're looking for, 600.
No, other than that Lennox Lewis fight, Shannon Briggs was an elite heavyweight contender. Always ranked in the top 5, top 10. Unfortunately, he never won one of the 3 title belts. One reason because Lennox Lewis had him. But this dude would get dusted by Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs had a hell of a overhand right. He's not getting the ring. I can't believe that he would actually comment on this guy's Instagram and challenge him. Talking about wait to run into you. You don't.
Hey, that's what I think he meant by that. Dinner with 600 or 600,000 cash. You know how they be doing that little thing. Dinner with Jay-Z or 100,000 or like what? And some people stupid enough to say dinner with Jay-Z. I'm taking 100,000 cash. So I think when he say 600 cash, I think that's what he mean by that.
Okay.
Am I tripping or?
No, I haven't even put no thought into it.
Either way, listen, 600 cash. I'm taking 600,000. Who want to eat chili cheese fries with 600 for one? And if you ready to Shannon Briggs, you gonna take a picture with him. You ain't gonna want to. Man, come on, man.
All right, here's the full fight of 600. It doesn't last long at all. Here's the full fight.
So get rid to him. From this side. Right back to the jab. Good job on the distance. Give me a distance. Son pesos pesados, pero uno Come on, let's get to him. Get to him. Get on top of him. There you go. There you go. Get on. That's right. No, get on top of him. Get right back to him. Stay smart. Get on top of him. Get it. There you go. Get right back to it. Right back to your jab. Straighten him. There we go. Straighten, let it go. Straighten, hook my hand. Straighten, hook my hand. You see it, bro. You see it. Straighten, there we go. Straight punch here. There we go. Don't try not to wrestle too much. Don't use unnecessary energy. Nice look. There you go. Hands up tight. Hands up tight. There we go. There we go. One, two. Hands up and let it go. Hands up, let it go. Right now. Go, right now. Boom. There it goes. Let's go. Right there. Let it go. Keep your head up, man. Let one go. Let it go. Let one go. Keep moving. Keep moving. Better let one go. Let it go. Get that jab. Let it go. Let it go. Don't wait. Jab right leg. Don't wait. Get up, bro. Get up. Get up, Chris. Get up. Get up.
Let it go, Six. Let it go. Let it go. Meaning throw some punches. Get off on him.
No, okay. Or listen. Whoever said let it go, that must be his coach.
Well, there was two voices that we can't see.
No. All right, I'm talking about the let it go. Let it go must be his coach. He must got faith in some type of hook or power punch this man got. So he like, when it's gonna come? Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go, right? And then I hear, get up, Chris.
Yeah.
Get up. That remind me, Craig, get up. Like, you feel me? And Craig finally got up and hit him with the brick, but he didn't get up. Hey, this shit. Hey, man, look, bro. If you ain't got one more fight in you, and the fight don't end in your opponent being knocked out or beat up bad with busted lips and swollen whatever.
No, I think we had enough. I think this is
enough.
Yeah, it's enough.
It's enough
because the guy from the Ukraine, the last fighter, the fighter before this fighter. I don't even know anything about this fighter, but the fighter before this fighter, that was enough for me.
So basically, Alex Alonso saying, clown, get them big ass shoes, that nose, that wig, and take the show on the road. Get up out of here with the clown shit, because I don't know. That's why Shannon Briggs laughing. Like, come on, bro.
Man, Shannon Briggs, don't even waste your time unless you're getting money. Unless you're getting paid, Shannon Briggs, okay, I'm gonna watch it. But other than that, it's a waste of time. You already saw how he's performed. None of these fighters are ranked, and he's getting knocked out by unranked fighters. And he once said on right here in this room on StreetTV that he has elevated to the top of the heavyweight boxing world.
Man, come on, man. We gonna get to like content. Now we guys gotta realize this dude's an entertainer, man. He delusional like Luce Cannon. Fake Luce Cannon. Like you ain't elevated to the top of boxing nothing. Layla Ali him up.
Yeah. I want to play this clip because Spider was asking him about fighting Big U before. Well, let me play the Big U and 600 clip because this was very telling. If you're really paying attention to the body language and to the words being said and how Big U talks to this dude, you'll know how he feels about the guy without saying how he feels about it. Here we go.
Anybody got anything to say about the big homie? I'm on him.
You better start acting like that.
The internet, nigga. Well, you know what's up. Hey, man, put my ad on that motherfucker, man.
No, you don't get no prop. They gonna just figure out guess what the fuck your ass is. Better stop acting weird with all these.
They come to the hood, they'll figure it out.
Better stop acting weird with all these weird ass.
Come to the hood, they figure it out.
That nigga pick his friends more differently.
I'm with my biggest friend right now.
He came in. We had to check in.
Oh, you know we check shit. I'm checking the head every day. What you mean? How am I gonna check in with the big homie? What?
Love y'all. I love this weird ass. But what the problem is, you're light skinned.
That's what the problem is.
You're
It's
light
the
skinned.
insecurity thing. You know,
You're a light skinned.
It's the insecurity thing. You know, the light skin is winning right now. Look at Drake.
Wack100 license.
Who?
I don't think Wack100 light skin, but he called him a weirdo in his face.
Hey, no. All right.
This weirdo.
All right. In context, you can hear in his voice how nervous he is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For two, it became a thing out here, LA, like calling somebody a weirdo or weird, like it's almost a line calling you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And for three, when he's saying, it's a big homie, cause it's longer. I got all his fades. He's talking about taking Wack100 fade, and that's why, Big, you say pick your friends. Do better picking your friends, and you and all these weird ninjas. And yeah, he said, yeah, Wack100 light skin. We all know Wack100 not light skin, but he just threw it out there like, yeah, that's what we talking about. And now he butt buddies with Wack100. The same way Fake Cannon was dissing Wack, and they all clicked up for Big U. That's the crazy part. All this is the comment hate for Big U. After 600 and Fake Cannon both dissed Winnie 100, but yeah, no, this was the beginning of the mark out.
Yeah, and there was a rumor. I don't know if it ever got confirmed that Big U and 600 squabbled that day in the backyard, or he was too scared to go to the backyard to squabble. We don't really know exactly what happened, but Spider asked him specifically about that day. Let me play this clip.
Somewhere. It seemed like a lot of underlying energy, moving, sarcasm. You care to like give us?
Who was on the balcony?
I was somewhere.
I think it was in the backyard.
I couldn't tell, but it just you and him. And
he was holding the camera.
You smoking a cigar. He was closer to the camera than you. It just seemed like a lot of sarcasm, in the air, homie. But I don't know.
Is it the one when I said,
anybody got a problem with the homie? I'm taking off fades.
Okay, yeah.
Does that mean niggas that had problems with him?
No, that meant my homies been popping. Couple been popping.
So what we've been seeing in the last 3-4 months, that was like the beginning of it.
No, that didn't have nothing to do with none of that.
Oh, it's new
It's
shit.
some whole other shit.
Okay.
So I was just letting the world know and him know.
You and Big U ever been in the gloves together?
No, we almost came close though.
Okay.
I was letting him know and the world know this is my big homie. Anybody got any problem, anybody from the homies to anybody else, I'm right here standing there. What's happening? I'm taking.
That's what I thought it was.
That's what that was about.
That's what I thought it was.
The reason why we was doing that is because people thought that we wasn't like that.
Right.
So when I pulled up on me, he was put up on him by myself. He by himself.
Okay. So,
Cap,
you got to see his facial expression when Spider asked him, did y'all get down? There was a slight hesitation. There was a smile, a smirk, and then he denies it. But I could tell you this, we got phone calls after this episode dropped that 600 is an effing liar. And I'm thinking, well, what did he lie about? Did Big U actually put hands on him and whip him up? And that's the question that no one's been able to answer.
I mean, 600 said some stupid-ish, like he put the gloves on, the gloves too small.
Oh, yeah.
But in the hood, homies catch fades all day, like with no gloves, like just already run that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why did y'all need gloves? I don't understand that. But yeah, all this is cap, and it was geared towards Big U pressing you, like messing with that boy Wack, and he was trying to make it clear that anybody got a problem with Big U, I got his face, because he's trying to prove a point to Big U that he didn't mess with Wack, and that's clear, man. You could hear the nervousness in his voice, and Spider was on his A game that day. It sounded like a little bit of weed and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But he was on his A. He was real poised, kick back, and he did surgery on 600. Well, 6 seconds. I'm gonna call him 6 seconds because he can't last in a fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a link to the full interview. That's the first time 600 came here, and then we later learned that there was a lot of misinformation he provided in that interview. He later admitted at the end of the interview. This is crazy when you lie during the interview, and then after the interview's over, I guess he felt we knew he was lying. He admits that he wasn't telling the truth on a couple of those answers. You know, and I'm like, this is the beginning of this 600 character. You know, very beginning of the 600 character.
And to be noted, the thing he lied about and he admitted after the interview, I threw it out there.
Go ahead, say it. Let's talk about it.
Okay. CTE or CTM, is it? Which one? Whatever they had Crip Mac signed to. He signed his life away on a napkin. Like, okay. I said that cutthroat, whatever that thing is, he be having a little chain on. I said, that's the boy 4-Leaf in the pen. That's him behind the scenes. And that's his little, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Now, this man right here, 600, went on different interviews to one. He said, man, it's some people in the valley, some white folks in the valley. They just got me doing the footwork because, you know, now I could deal with Crip Mac. Then he said, some people in New York, I'm doing the footwork. And that, you know what I'm saying? But in this interview, Spider asked him about, is it whatever, CT, whatever.
I'm gonna call it CME. Cutthroat is one word.
Okay,
management and entertainment.
All right, CME. He was like, okay, it's CME, you know what I'm saying? Who behind it? And he lied in this particular interview. He could put the link to it and he go see the whole thing. He lied, but after the interview, he told the truth. But I already knew that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, another thing, bro, it's supposed to be neighborhood Crip and show love to your homies. You don't work your homies, bro. Crip Mac is your homie. He from 5'5", so you don't steal and work him out of his YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Why do one of your homies or your allies like that? That's foul. So he got in bed with the wrong people, not literally, you know what I'm saying, but he started dealing with the wrong people, which is this dude that's not a manager, 600, and this dude that's in the penitentiary, CME, and that's some bullshit. Yeah. CME is trash. You know, and they took advantage of Crip Mac, and that wasn't right.
Well, I think CME had the potential to do something because it's backed by 4-Leaf, who's in prison, but it's also backed by a guy who won a significant amount of money in a lawsuit against the county, against the jail.
Sheriffs, yeah. So
it made sense that he had the money to back artists, to back entertainment, and for whatever reason, the relationship with Crip Mac did not work out.
Nah, but see, it only went sour because you doing bad business. If you do good business, it will have some longevity. You know what I mean? Like this particular person that's locked up, pulling the strings with the CME, well, making the CME thing go, is a janky person to begin with. So his first thought is always get over. You know what I mean? I don't think that particular person is ever thinking about the longevity of things and how long things will last. He thinking about the short-term thing and just getting over. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I would never do content with Crip Mac, but he actually say some ish that's funny to me. Like I could get a laugh out of him. I'm like, all right. So you could have some longevity out of him if you got the right people around him. Let's just say if the dude in the pen had clicked up with China Mac and they both had their hands on Crip Mac, then it would have went. You have to replace this clown 600 and put China Mac in place to do the footwork with what's my boy? Crip, not my boy, with Crip Mac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put ODM Slim, China Mac in place, have him moving around with Crip Mac and you do your thing from where you sitting at. But put the clown, the 600 dude that just gonna go with the flow, it's never gonna work. Look. And I ain't trying to derail because it seemed like what I'm starting to realize 600 got a thing for tough guys. You know what I'm saying? Because he idolized this dude in the pen. He idolized Big U. And now he running around with Wack100. And he the least toughest out the three.
Yeah.
He the least toughest out the three. The dude in the pen, he get cracking. Everybody know the track record of Big U. But this dude, Wack100, I don't understand why 600 turned on his homie from his quote-unquote neighborhood for this dude. Whatever Big U and 600 went through, they could have fought or talked it out. But now you know, but you know.
I think that 600 once explained that the reason why he feels so indebted to Wack100 is because he helped him out of a contract that Don King had him tied to that was a bad contract, and somehow Wack was able to
get him out the contract.
Get him out the contract.
All right,
I don't know if that's true or not.
Let me ask you a question, and just using common sense, because neither one of us was around these people or whatever, right? Do you think Don King seen any value in this contract that this man had?
Well, I do believe that Freeway Rick Ross was trying to manage 600 at some point, because Freeway was getting into the boxing world. And of course, no one knows how good someone's going to be, but I guess he thought this dude 600 might have a shot, right? So if Freeway was involved, there's a good chance that somehow Freeway was able to communicate with Don King, because Freeway, you know, he knows a lot of people. But we don't know. We don't know what the heck is going on. But I know for a fact that Freeway was messing with 600.
Okay, so since Freeway, Ricky Ross came in the conversation. Now back to Spider. You know, if you know Spider personally, you know he loved that 3-way. We was all on a conference call, and how Freeway Ricky Ross ended up on the phone, I don't know. But you know, I took upon myself to ask, oh, so you was the one paying for 600 to throw all these fights. And guess what Freeway Ricky Ross said?
Well, he admitted it.
He said, yeah. This what he said.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Man, the internet, the metaverse might deem me a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. Bro, this man said this on that phone. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this thing that's up that way with the weed stuff we got going on, all that stuff, boom, boom. Then he's like, all right, I got to get up out of here. He got off the phone. But he confirmed that he used to, you know what I'm saying, be behind this man going to Mexico and throwing fights. So, I mean, Don King dealt with professionals, man, like Mike Tyson, man. You seen no value in that bunk ass contract. Look. I would rather have a contract on Crip Mac like Foley Fat than a contract on 600 with a bunk ass boxing record. I see way more value in Crip Mac than 600.
Yeah, I don't even know how true that story is.
Which one?
The whole Don King situation.
Okay.
That would have been a great question for Freeway when you was on the phone with all them dudes.
Oh, was he stuck in a contract?
Yeah, that would have been a great question, because we're only hearing it between Wack and 600. No one else is talking about that. Freeway Ricky Ross would have had knowledge of that. And that'll be a question I ask him if I ever, the next time I see him.
Oh, so okay. Or let's say, Wack, now hollered at Don King and got you out this contract. So who hold the contract now?
I don't think there is.
And who wants it?
Nah, ain't nobody messing with 600.
Oh, okay.
All right, man, 600, you should retire. Even this is the only time I think I've agreed with Wack100, where basically he said you need to find something else to do if you don't win this fight. And you lost it bad because you took a knee. You took a knee, and all you did was get hit. You got hit with a left hook, and then you were still fighting, and then you just decided to, like, out of nowhere, let me take the knee. The punch came way before he took the knee. And I guess people are saying he got gassed out or he was tired or something. I don't know.
All right, before we move on to the next topic, they said he got gassed out?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's smoking too many cigars with the police. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your wind up, your cardio. You smoking all them cigars with the police, and now you can't even last past 2 rounds. And that's one thing. All right, 2 things. I know my boy Alex Alonso, he not a controversial figure. You know what I'm saying? He come with facts and statistics, and he a professional in his lane. But Wack100, you always want bet 1,000, bet 100,000, bet anything. Set it up. Alex Alonso will whoop Wack100.
Hey, you think Wack100 get in the ring with me?
He gonna turn it down. and you gotta and look. And the thing is, okay, you gotta be strategic how you turn this down, right? Because on pyro, that don't intimidate us. You got to do that with somebody else. You know what I mean? Bro, I'm not everybody you hang around, we got some type of, whatever. Like, but my thing is, I'm very confident that Alex Alonso will have Wack100 punch drunk.
Let's do it.
What?
Let's do it.
Hey, look. Hey, look. My boy Alex is not a controversy. He not no reality. There's now TV, Zeus, nothing. Hey, but what? Hold on. He been calling you police, dropouts, punks. You got his understudy, sassy badass, trying to say rainbow shit, bro. So, I mean, for all that, beat him up, right?
Let's do it.
All right.
I know 1111, the dudes that promote fights, they had been talking to me a couple years ago about
another person
about fighting
another person,
another content.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say his name.
No, we can say his name. I don't care.
No, he good peoples though.
Which one? He's good peoples.
No, the other person, he was like he up there in age.
Oh no, not him. Not him.
Okay, yeah, all right.
No, 1111 had suggested a VladTV because Vlad and I would have gone back and forth a couple of years, maybe more than that, like 3 or 4 years ago. We're going back and forth, and he blocked me. And Vlad has been very disrespectful towards me.
For real?
Yeah, when he doing interviews with Mob James, he called me a disgruntled employee of the Gangster Chronicles podcast. Bro, I wasn't no employee. I was a partner. I was a 25% partner in that podcast, not a disgruntled employee. The reason why I was so mad at Mob James, that's why I did the FG interview. You know, he titled one of the videos on VladTV that I presented fake paperwork on Mob James. And then I made
that still up?
No, I made a phone call. That day I called around and I said, if Vlad wants this heat, then he's going to get this heat. And it got changed. He took the fake out of it. James McDonald, a.k.a. Mob James, was working as a federal informant. And he got you caught up into a drug case.
No doubt.
And I agreed. Look, a lot of people don't know this, but we're going to talk about it. Mob James and myself had a phone call. We had a phone call. Because he did a stupid video where he said if there was a whole bunch of white boys stomping me out, he would say, kill Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got that much hatred for me, but he don't have the hatred for FG. He don't have the hatred for Wack100, but he's got the hatred for the journalist who did the interview. So I took that little clip that he put about wishing death upon me, and I put it on my Facebook just so everyone could see this is where he's at with it. This is the level of hate that he has for me doing an interview with you. And I got a call from him. Reggie Wright Jr. called me up and said, "Hey, Mob James wants to holler at you. Can I tap him in?" I said, "Sure, tap him in on the line." So he tapped him in, and then basically he was calling to apologize for wishing death on me. He said he didn't. He was denying that what he said was wishing death. I said, it's your words, James. Everyone could see it. My family is watching this shit you said.
Right.
So he apologized for wishing death on me. He apologized to my wife. My wife was sitting right there when I took the call. And then we also agreed, and this was what Reggie Wright said, "Hey, can we agree to stop talking about it?" And I said, yeah, we could agree to stop talking about it. You know, I won't talk about that he's an informant anymore. I can leave it alone. But then he pops up and he's talking about it again, F.
No doubt, but man, we got to point that finger at Vlad too, man. You know what I mean? We can't give him a pass, you know, because Vlad know exactly what the hell is going on, and you want a steady coming here, you know. And James should have went on there and said, "Listen, man, I don't want to talk about that. I don't know how everybody do their interviews and stuff like that. If it's just wide open, you can ask me whatever, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, he should have notified Vlad that, look, man, I want to stay away from that topic, you know." And Vlad went in and mentioned my name and talked shit about you. So we got to get on his helmet too, you know what I mean? And I don't think it was professional at all. And at the end of the day, you know, James shouldn't even spoke on it again.
Now, let me play a little clip from that. This is part 2 of the Mob James interview on VladTV. Let me cue this up. Let's see if I can get this to play so people could know exactly what the heck we're talking about. And if I can't get it to play, so be it. Let me see.
Well, I mean, from what I understand, that FG interview was with Alex Alonso on his YouTube channel, and Alex Alonso is essentially a disgruntled ex-employee of, you know, the Gangster Chronicles. So obviously there's a motive for this type of thing. Alex has gone out of his way to talk a bunch of shit about me as well. I don't know what the chip on this dude's shoulder is. I could really care less about who this is.
Well, but what this guy Vlad said on this interview, and this is the second time he said it. he says that I've been talking down on him. I've been talking foul on his name, and I've been saying negative things about him. And I really, well, I guess you could say some of the things are negative. They're just critiques.
Right.
And he has this belief that I got some hatred towards him. But look, I'm gonna break this down. There are three things. There are three issues that I have with Vlad. I have an issue with him speaking on the Honorable Minister Farrakhan falsely and then not apologizing for it. I have a problem with him speaking on reparations for Black Americans, and in his world, reparations comes in the form of free education when reparations should be cash. There were cash for the Japanese, there were cash for the Jews during the Holocaust, it was cash for Native Americans, but for Black folks, he's saying they should get free education when most people don't need or want a free education. So I had an issue with that. And then I had an issue with him paying for interviews because that is not part of the journalistic protocol. I know with YouTube and social media, people aren't going to abide and respect the rules of journalism. But this is the reason why you have this interview with Mob James, because he paid Mob James for this interview because I actually was the middle person between the first interview that Vlad paid Mob James for. He paid him $1,000 for the second interview he did. So since then, he's been getting paid each one. So when you pay someone for an interview, you're obligated now to answer all his questions.
Gotcha.
What Mob James should have did was say, hey, I don't want to talk about that topic. Let's move to the next one. But he can't do that when you're getting paid. When you're getting paid, you better answer them. And we've already agreed we're going to stop talking about this. And now you got this guy, Vlad, slandering and libeling my name, saying things that are 100% untrue. Nobody faked any paperwork. But I screenshot it. I saved it. So 1111 had, they saw what was going on, and they said, hey, maybe we can get you guys to do a boxing match. I said, let's do it. But that ain't never gonna happen.
Oh yeah, see, I ain't too up on the Vlad Alex Alonso and seeing. Hey, look. I spend the most time around you more than anybody, and you don't be around him down talking Vlad or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't. Nah.
Okay.
But that was something that 1111 had put in my ear, and I said I'm down to do it because he's about my age. He's taller than me, he's bigger than me, he's heavier than me. I'm down. I'm down to do it. And then the other homie, I was down to do it. He gracefully bowed out of that invitation. And now this is the third time that I'm willing to do it.
Sick.
I'm willing to do it.
Wack100, Cash Jones, what's the deal? Alex Alonso, he will gracefully accept that fade. Like, what's going on?
And I don't know if anyone from Los Angeles. Well, there's been a few people that have called him out. Yeah. But Jay Diggs, I'm saying like
a dozen, a couple dozen.
Yeah.
What? A few was a three.
But I always think of Jay Diggs when you talk about an organized fight. Is Jay Diggs. Now a lot of these people just want to beat him up, but who is called Wack out for an organized fight other than Jay Diggs? Let's get in the ring. Let's get it promoted. I don't even care about the money. So money shouldn't be a reason. You got a $200 million diaper deal. So in fact, I will fight for a call. If there is some money involved, I want all of my money to go to the Children's Hospital on Vermont and Sunset.
Okay.
All my money goes to the Children's Hospital if there's some money involved, but I don't care about fighting for a purse.
Okay. All right. Look, and I keep saying I don't want to derail, right?
Yeah.
You see how you say it go to a cause?
Yeah.
Okay. If Wack say he a businessman, he been out the streets X amount of time, why we don't never hear about the positive things you do or whatever? You know what I mean? You see how you said it could go to a cause?
Absolutely.
Why we don't hear about that? 'Cause I mean, I would like to hear the positive feedback you giving back to Pacoima, and you know what I'm saying? Like my boy from down the street, Nipsey Hussle. I know for a fact that elementary right there in the 60s, he got the basketball courts done over. All that, like that's doing something for your community. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Whatever you think, whatever Munchie and Nipsey, I respect that. That's dope. What have you did for the city or community of Pacoima? Because Pacoima is not a city, it's a community. What have you did for the community of Pacoima?
Now, you know who the face of Pacoima is, and Wack will never be able to outshadow this guy.
Who is that?
It's a Mexican dude named Danny Trejo, who went to prison, did a lot of time in San Quentin, got out, became an actor, and been in some of our favorite movies that we've ever seen. He was in Heat. He was
Heat motivated them dudes to go on one. North Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I gotta check that out. Me and baby gotta watch that on Heat.
He was the Mexican dude in Heat, and now he's got Trejo Tacos. There's a big mural in Pacoima of Danny Trejo. He's in his 70s now. He did a Vlad interview, and also he was involved in the conversation between the Mexican mafia and James Edward Olmos, who did the movie American Me, because they wanted to kill him. The Mexican mafia, they had a hit on James Edward Olmos because they didn't like the movie. James Edward Olmos had to pay himself out that hit. I think it was $50,000. Danny Trejo talks about that. He is the face of Pacoima. He is the name that should be top on the list when you say Pacoima. Unfortunately, Wack100's name is never going to be on that list when you talk about Pacoima.
No, of course it would never be a mural in Pacoima with his face nowhere, right?
You'll never have a mural of your face. Even when you die, they are not going to put a mural. They got a mural of Danny Trejo and he's still living. That's big. When you're still living, you know, there's 100 Nipsey Hussle murals in LA right now.
Right.
None of them were around when he was alive.
Right.
Danny Trejo's got a mural in Pacoima right now and he's still living.
Okay. Another thing, he got this thing where he said it a few times that I'm a failed gangbanger, right? Now, let's note that being a gangbanger is nothing positive at all. You know what I'm saying? So, nothing. And if you, I don't know what Top Dog, what he was doing back in his day, whether he was really active or he just like from the Nickerson Gardens. I don't know, but I know they got love for him in the Bonnie as the Nickerson Gardens, and he bring Rihanna and all these A-list celebrities to the Nickerson Garden projects every year to do a concert. Most of the people in the projects probably can't even purchase a ticket to go to a Rihanna concert. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Coming from where you come from. Now, I mean, failed gangbanger is nothing positive about it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So failed gangbanger. He said the homies that got life or dead or missing limbs or shot the way I am are failed gangbangers. But, you know, I go up to the schools and holler at the kids and tell them not to do the things I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a role model. I'm an example. Don't do that. I want to know what make Wack100 the model ex-member or member.
I don't think he has the resume to even say he's a successful gang member, because bro went to jail when he was 16. He got out when he was 21 or 22 and went straight into trucking. So his street history is non-existent.
See, and the things I'm bringing up, this is not a Bash Cash Jones campaign. This stuff, I really want engagement from the viewers and people listening. iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I want them to chime in, want to engage, because I want to know a failed gangbanger. And then his definition, he went on Cam Capone, went on his Munchie B rant and said, I'm a failed gangbanger, but I survived. I'm here to see that I got a grandson. I'm doing podcasting, music. I'm in love with women. I don't have a problem getting females. I'm not rich, but I'm not broke. I'm okay. What's a failed gang? I never told on nobody in my life. After being shot on 6 different occasions, nobody in jail because of me. I want to know a failed gangbanger. I'm trying to send a positive message. Even though I drift off some time, I might get it's some back and forth. I try to send a positive message. I'm not trying to act like the toughest. I do gang prevention and intervention. So I want the engagement, and that's why I bring it up. Failed gangbanger.
I've never even heard of that term, failed gang member. So if you're in the military and you get shot and injured or shot and killed, are you a failed soldier?
Nah, you got a Purple Heart at that point. Cause you got injured in the line of duty, like standing up for your country, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my uncle got shot in the Korean War, and he was a paraplegic ever since I was born into the family. That's all I've ever saw him is in a wheelchair. So my uncle is a failed soldier because he got paralyzed in Korea. My Uncle Jimmy, rest in peace to Uncle Jimmy. What about POWs, MIAs, missing in actions, and prisoners of war? They're failed soldiers. Can you imagine? No one would ever dare say something like that for someone that goes out there and risks their life for a cause.
Hey, look, I got homies that's doing life, right? And I wouldn't call them no failed gangbangers because over time, a lot of them, they got, what's the word when you get you in jail and you get, what they say the jails do it, but it's really the person. When they fed up, they fed up. You get rehabilitated. I got a gang of homies that came home and they rehabilitated and they doing a good deed now, you know what I'm saying? Or some of them got life and they rehabilitated and they leading the classes, anger management, and now they speaking in them classes, right? Now, failed gang member. Now, I ain't gonna say the big homie name because he don't like his name being said. Wack100 get this dude a lot of praise. And this thing was, you don't know him, you wasn't old enough to bang with him. He went out there and a lot of the Pacoima dudes got a large respect for him. You know, it's for the things that the gangbangers do. And so what is he? This the dude you keep his eggplant in your mouth. Is he a failed gang member? Because you say his name a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? One of my older homies is highly respected and still locked up, been locked up for years. He left from Pacoima and went to the pen. So I don't know, man. Hey, Wack, bro, you got to get it together, man. You know what I'm saying? I see flashes of you being a good person.
Nah,
but I don't know if it's you being a good person or you being fake.
Nah, he's a horrible person.
No. Listen, it's flashes of him being a good person, but I don't know if it's you being fake or a good person. Or are you battling identity crisis? Or because if you talk to certain people like, man, Wack is cool, right? And then I've been on the phone with the dude, and the dude had good conversation. Nothing that's like on the internet. Nothing like it at all, right?
I think that's his fake side.
Okay, so maybe it ain't you being a good person, you being fake. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I try to be the same on and off the internet. You know what I'm saying? And even I dumb it down a lot on the internet. Like people that really know me outside of you know what I'm saying? But you know, I just want to touch on that, man, because failed gangbanger, it ain't a good thing to get involved with. You know what I'm saying? At all. So it ain't no failed or successful gangbanger.
I think that he's got this idea of failed gang member from listening to Donald Trump, because one time when Donald Trump was running against John McCain was a I'm not sure if it was a Vietnam veteran, but he was caught. He was caught by the enemy, and he was a POW for 5 years. So Trump was asked about his competition, John McCain. He's a decorated soldier, and Trump said something like, "Nah, my heroes don't get caught." Like he really disrespected John McCain. Damn. John McCain was a POW for 5 years. Oh yeah, he got caught. My heroes don't get caught, which was so disrespectful to John McCain's military service. But it was something because Trump said it. If you was a Trumper, you liked it. You was like, oh shoot, that So I think he studies Trump, and he got that failed gang member from listening to Trump go in on John McCain.
But damn, so what did that say about Nipsey? Is he a failed gangbanger? What did that say about your nephew, 4 Extras? He got shot by his homie. Is he a failed gangbanger? What that say about Raymond Washington? Everybody know what alleged is with Raymond Washington. Is he a failed gangbanger? Or is it just when it come to Munchie, because I got shot by a reject in my community, that I'm a failed gangbanger? You know what I'm saying? But it ain't personal with me. I just thought it was interesting that you brought it up, and I think it's a conversation that need to be open because you sounded very dumb. You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
Yeah, and he didn't never answer the question that
never
Cam Capone News posed to him about you can't come outside and you can't go to your hood. Just completely deflected that. But hey, PNice, content creation. can get you in trouble. Content creation is more serious than some people want to believe or think. You can't just say, "Oh, that's just content. That's just content. We got the content. It's just content." Nah, you got to be careful with what type of content you're creating, who you're socializing with, what does that person represent in terms of their beliefs and ideologies, and you just got to make decisions on who you decide to get in front of the camera with, who you want to powwow with, because it can backfire on you like it did with PNice.
Your content could spill over into the streets. You know what I'm saying?
And I think people like Adam 22, Vlad, they can get away with it because, one, they're white.
And they living in a bubble.
Yeah, and they don't live anywhere around here.
Right.
But if you're going to be pulling up at functions and going to events and going to softball games, your content creating is going to catch up with you. Somebody, all it takes is one person. You go to an event. I went to a softball game at Gonzalez Park a few years ago between the Fruittown Brims and the Fruittown Pyrus. There was at least 200 people in the park. All it takes is one person
to be offended.
To be offended. That's it. And that's why I'm extremely careful about what I do and who I do content with, because I know that there's consequences to this. And PNice, being that he's from where he's from, I feel should have known this.
Based on that Insane is allies with Hoover. And they've been allies for years.
Yeah, so let's give the people a little bit of background, Munchie. Break this down. How did PNice find himself in a pickle?
All right, so you had the 5-1 Trouble Gangsta Crips and the Hoovers having a baseball game. So, quite naturally in my mind, I'm thinking it's the Fados Hoovers and the 5-1 Troubles. They having a baseball game, although it's other Hoovers there, a lot of other Hoover sets. You know what I'm saying? They Fados to 112 to 11 dudes, right? So they there, you know what I mean? And reportedly that, PNice is there. And, and the Hoovers get at him, and they ain't feeling the relationship and how he buddy with 4 extras, and they ask him to leave. So now I got a boy named Triggerbird from Nando's Hoover. That's my boy. And I take his word to the bank, you know what I'm saying, because I've been in jail with him, to the streets with him, you know what I'm saying, contact to this day. He said, I wouldn't call it marched out. He didn't get marched out, but the homies asked him to leave. You know what I'm saying? When he was leaving out, was he walking with some homies, like walking like towards his car? Yeah, but maybe they was communicating and stuff. So my boy Trig from Hoover said I wouldn't call it marched out, but did the homies like, hey man, we ain't feeling the 40 thing with the 4 extra dude. We look at him like a real op. You X, Y, and Z with him, man, you should bounce. You know what I'm saying? That was a thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's just, people, everybody not internet, and they not just looking at it like content. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that relationship between the 40s and the 5 dudes Hoovers, man, that is an intense rivalry.
Right.
That's probably the best way I can say it. So if you're buddies with the 5 dudes Hoovers, you're allies with the 5 dudes Hoovers, you're tapped in with the 5 dudes Hoovers because of your relationship. There's no way somebody's not going to be offended that you hanging out and doing content with 4 extras.
Right.
That's an automatic. And this is not really a criticism of just PNice, but this is about anybody. This can be for anybody.
It's a blanket message.
Yeah.
Because this could apply to anybody. Like I spoke with you earlier, and I used the example, and I didn't really get no kickback, but I had people say little stuff, but it wasn't nothing like that. And they were like, man, but I did content with Spiderloke for maybe a year. You know what I'm saying? So, we ally with the Swans on the east side. They mortal enemies with East Coast Crip, and and that could have easily been a situation I could have been in if I would have went to the Swans and you messing with Spider, man. Hey, Munchie, man, we don't want you here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could have been that a little different because I got a large amount of family members from Swan. That's my second home, so it's a lot different, really. But other than the ally thing, I got family ties. But that's the same scenario. That could have been like, man, Spider Low from East Coast on Swan, man, Munchie, yeah, and then so like they go for everybody doing content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and even when I had Spider coming over here, and you know where my studio is located, there's a section that's around this studio, and there were some people that felt a certain kind of way when Spider was coming over to my place that live in this community.
Right.
So I had to politic it basically. I had some of those people in the community holler at Spider. I introduced Spider to a couple people. Some of them knew each other. And I got that squared away because you gotta approach it with respect. I had that squared away so that there was no issues. So yeah, you just got to be a little bit careful about who you create content with, and understand that there's consequences to this. Let me play a small clip of PNice. Now PNice explained what happened in a 30-minute video that he did on his channel called Creative Players. I'm not going to play the whole 30 minutes. I just condensed this down to a couple of minutes. So I don't know. I don't feel like I'm taking it out of context, but I just want to let the viewers and the listeners know, go tap in with Creative Players if you want to get the whole 30 minutes of his explanation. But let me play this now.
They say the word on the streets is PNice had to take the walk of shame from the Hoovers versus the Troubles baseball game. Then I heard they ran PNice about the park from the baseball game. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm here to say, man, that shit is cap. That shit is false. False narrative, fake news, you feel me? A lot of people out here ain't keeping it 100, 1,000. You feel what I'm saying? I slide up to the park, right? You feel me? Because my section, A section are allies, right? So I slide up to the park. They're having a baseball game. I'm going to show support. When I get up there, I'm seeing a gang of Hoovers, gang of Troubles. The 5 dudes Hoovers is celebrating because they just now beat the 5-1 Troubles in a baseball game, right? So they celebrate. So I walk up, I'm saying, what's up to people? What's happening? Everybody coming up to me, show me love. You feel me? Because I got family from over there. You know what I'm saying? They showing me love, and I got real homies that I really fuck with and love that's from over there. You know what I'm saying? So they showing me love. I go out there to the baseball field. You feel me? They got the trophy. They holding the trophy up and everything. I see a few of the homegirls. They're like, what's up? PNice, what's happening? I'm like, what's up with it? I give them hugs and all that type of shit. It's all love, right? One of my peoples come over there and like, hey, bro, this person said, can you respectfully leave because you be fucking with 4 extras? I said, what? He said, yeah. They asked, can you respectfully leave? It was one person. Can you respectfully leave because you supposedly be fucking with 4 extras and you was all on camera with them and all that type of shit?
Okay, so that's a 1:49 clip from his 30-minute video on his channel, and I got to say that he's got a nice little setup there. He's got a nice little studio. He's got he definitely invested into his podcast set studio there, and I wish the brother much success. 1:49 clip out of a 30-minute clip, so please tap in with Creative Players to watch the whole thing. But the first thing I want to say, Munch, is that this one person who was offended, he even said it was just one person. This one person's voice must really matter. It must really hold some weight over there.
I could tell one person might have spoke, but multiple people felt that way.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And then, not to veer off, we go get right back. Tell a story you told me about the Crenshaw shirt.
Oh yeah. It's a perfect example. I'm tapped in with H Crown from 5 Deuce Hoover back in 2013, And in 2014, we started shooting a documentary. So I'm always over there. I would shoot H Crown all the time, like once a week for a whole year, just wherever he's at. So one day I pull up at night. They're about to go do a performance at the Brew Pub on San Vicente and Wilshire, which was a spot that a lot of rappers used to go to right there near Beverly Hills, where Suge Knight's Death Row offices used to be at. There's a little brew pub right there. So I pull up at night where they're hanging out. They're hanging out on Slauson and Fig. And I'm wearing a gray shirt with Crenshaw in red letters across the front. That I got this shirt specifically from Nipsey. This is a shirt from Nip. I'm wearing the shirt. I'm hanging out with H Crown. H Crown ain't even tripping. We're doing our thing. We're shooting. And then a few minutes later, H Crown comes up to me and says, "Hey, there's one person. He ain't feeling your shirt. He said you got to change it." And I really thought they were joking. And I said, "You serious?" "Yeah." And they had a little store right there. So H Crown goes in the store and pulls out a Fig Side shirt with the palm trees. He said, "Hey, man, just put this on." And out of respect, I realized, okay, they're really serious. It's not a joke. Out of respect, I put the Fig Side shirt on covered up the Crenshaw shirt. Okay. And of course, last thing, because there's people that are listening to us all over the world, the Crenshaw shirt represents Nipsey, Neighborhood Crip, Rolling 60s, and these are the Five Deuce Hoovers who are major rivals with the neighborhoods and the 60s. But what I always thought was interesting is that it just says Crenshaw, Munch. It don't say neighborhood. It don't say Roland. It just says Crenshaw. That's it.
I mean, as far as the Crenshaw shirts in particular, like my homies ain't trip on, cause you know my community don't too much blend with Nipsey community, but it wasn't the Crenshaw shirts the homies tripped on. But when it like kind of went to the TMC thing, the homies didn't want to see that. Cause it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like Crenshaw my hood is on Crenshaw.
Yeah.
So you had some homies my homies was buying Crenshaw shirts. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to highlight, you said, you know what I'm saying, out of respect, you know what I'm saying, you put the Fig Side shirt on, right? So I'll say out of respect, he left. He want to cause no confusion or ruckus, and he left. So what you call walk of shame, I don't know what people call that, but I'm saying marched out, I wouldn't say he got marched out. He left out of respect. The same way you switched the shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wonder if Wack is going to criticize PNice for not coming back and Swiss cheesing the whole place, laying it down.
And that was my next thing, right? Let's just say if Rockstar would have left out of respect, it wouldn't have blew up, and it wouldn't have been content talking about whether he should have left or shouldn't have, or whether he got punched or didn't. Because if he upset about his brother that he lost, and you doing content with the dude that's talking bad on his brother, you should understand that he upset. And out of respect, just left. Because if I was Rockstar, when I seen Black Sam was upset early on, like, and displeased with me, I just would have left. And it went to the shoving thing and pushing me across the street. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the Rockstar example is almost identical as this PNice thing.
No, but no. PNice, like, you switched the shirt out of respect. I believe he left out of respect because people was offended. Maybe we'll politic this another time. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all game. Have y'all, you know what I'm saying? So if Rockstar would have did what PNice did, it wouldn't have been a thing. You know what I'm saying? We got 3 examples of this shit. 2 that went right and 1 that went wrong. So, I mean, I don't look at it like PNice got marked out or anything, but I think it's a teachable moment, and everybody now looking at things like content, and content can spill into the street sometime, and you know.
But some of us should have known that the consequences were going to happen. Like, if you're on camera with 4 Extra from 40s, and that's Five Deuce Hoover's #1 rival, they're going to have something to say if you ever pull up over there.
Right.
I probably should have known that this Crenshaw Nipsey shirt was offensive to the Five Deuce Hoovers when I was over there, but I didn't look at it that way. I didn't look at this Crenshaw shirt was really looked at as a neighborhood Crip shirt or a Rolling 60 shirt.
But you gotta think, all right. All right, okay, it's a Crenshaw shirt, but the font is Crenshaw High School font, and then that's a school that's populated with neighborhood Crips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's they home school. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just like the street. It's like it's Crenshaw in the font of Crenshaw High School, and that's where all the 60s go, all the 40s go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I learned my lesson on that one. And Rockstar should have known. There is no way you going up to Black Sam's establishment and he ain't gonna have something to say to you for platforming Wack100 to say all the horrible things he said about Nipsey in your room.
Hey, well, guess what? Common sense ain't as common as people think, and even after that, Rockstar still don't think he was wrong. You know what I mean? Like I would have thought Rockstar would have been like, yeah, I should have just left and gave him his space and hollered at him later. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought he would like, but instead he still stand on. He never disrespected bro to my face, or what do it matter though? He on YouTube and people out the country see this shit, and you giving them the space in your clubhouse room to talk crazy about Nipsey Hussle, who a lot of people idolize.
It's about content. You created content. It has nothing to do with whether it's in your face or not. You created content with this guy, just like the way PNice created content with 4 extras that got this 5 Deuce Hoover offended. Content. So I'm sure Rockstar, I hope Rockstar realizes, yeah, I got to be careful of who I do content with and who I platform into my smut TV room, because I might be outside somewhere and have to address something that happened on my show. And it wasn't like he just platformed him once. They was a little duo. They was a little team for a while. They actually had a run. Go back in the clubhouse and go look at all the replays and count how many times Wack100 was in smut TV. It was consistently.
For hours at a time.
For hours. You know, it's not like you just did an interview with him and that was that.
All right. Because this got a long little, it got a long little tail to it, because this could it could be many examples to this, right? And this is my last example, because this ain't gonna be the last time I speak on this, right? Now, my question is to this Hoover Gumby dude: are you a content creator at this point? Or are you just OG Hoover Gumby? Are you a content creator at this point, or just OG Hoover Gumby? Because as of recently, I ran across something on the internet that was said about me that's supposed to came from OG Hoover Gumby, and Unc repeated it. But before this, on Camp Capone, Gumby used me as an example, and I don't agree, and I don't like the example he used, right? So my thing is, are you a content creator or you OG Hoover Gumby? Because if you a content creator, I could move forward like that, and then I could make you content. Because I tried to approach it as if, after seeing the Camp Capone thing, I tried to approach it like, okay, this OG Hoover Gumby. So I did what I supposed to did. I called my boy from Hoover. I said, hey bro, could you ask Gumby, don't use me as an example again, because I don't want to go internet with him. You know what I'm saying? I F with the Hoovers. I got relationships over. Hey, tell me just don't mention my name. He like, what? I sent them what I was like, oh yeah, I see what you talking about. And I was that. So, I mean, if you a content creator, cool, then all right, then I just do the content thing with you. Because I tried to be respectful and do the respect thing. The people got to realize when somebody being a buster or being respectful. You switching your shirt was not no buster-ish. PNice leaving, letting them enjoy they gathering was not no buster-ish. Now, when I say respect, after interviewing my boy Trig, guess what? Hoover Hawk from 94 Hoover tapped in, DM me, hey, F so-and-so and so-and-so, yeah, let's do it up. Set the interview up. I'm about to tell a real story. But guess what I do? I just left him in a request. I hit Dummy from Hoover. I said, hey, man, he trying to tap in and talk about X, Y, and Z. I'm going to leave that alone. That's Hoover business. I'm saying that was showing respect. Because guess what? He would have went on the internet on my podcast and went off on the dude Hoover Gumby. And whatever they issues is, they issues. So I show respect. And I left him writing a request and didn't mention it. I'm like, and just kept it moving. I know how to separate content from reality. So all I want to know, OG Hoover Gumby, is you a content creator or you OG Hoover Gumby? And then if you just answer that, I know how to move forward from this day forward. Cause then I could just, you know, my tongue is my gun. I'm great. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's all that is, man. But the whole moral of this whole thing, with all the examples we just used, man, content ain't content to everybody.
No, it ain't. And I think that's the main, I hope that's the main lesson that people learn from this. In addition to PNice, Rockstar is a great example. We got to be careful who we're creating content with. And just because you think you can get some views, oh, I'm gonna go viral if I do this with 4 extra because he's already going viral. Nah, man. That's not how it should go.
Right.
We gotta have a little bit of integrity, and we gotta pick and choose and be wise with this. Especially if you want to still be outside. If you want to be like Wack100, where he don't go nowhere, then go that route. But you know, if you want to be outside, pulling up at softball games, pulling up at the parks, pulling up at events,
engaging with the community.
Exactly. Be careful of the type of content you're creating. And Hoover Gumby, I was on the team for your habeas corpus with you and your co-defendant back in 2010, 2011, where we got his conviction overturned after he sat in there for 17 years.
Okay, so shout out to Obie Anthony. He free now and he living his life.
Obie Anthony was the other co-defendant. Gumby is Reggie Cole, and them dudes did 17 years and got their convictions overturned and got out. I think they got out in, I'm gonna say 2012 or 2013, somewhere around there. Yeah, I was on that team.
Okay, to elaborate and put some context. So you was on the team that helped Obie Anthony overturn his case and get released, and quite naturally, since Reggie Cole, which is OG Hoover Gumby, is his co-defendant, that freed him also.
That's correct.
Okay.
They both got freed because they were both convicted off the same exact evidence. So you can't free one and not the other.
That part.
So and then also I worked on Mr. Anthony's civil case. I don't know if Gumby had a civil case after that. I have no knowledge or understanding of what Gumby did after he got released, but Mr. Anthony filed a civil case and won a substantial amount after that, and I was on that. I was on the civil team for that as well. All right, so Luce Cannon.
Woo!
Fake Cannon.
Loose lips.
Loose Mills.
Loose lips sink ships.
Termaine Williams.
Ashley is crazy to this day.
You decided to call in to your favorite podcast show, the one that helped you spread all your lies. That's a fact. No Jumper is the platform that helped propel you to spread the most intense lies that have ever came out your mouth. And they continue to platform you. Like, I'm sorry, man. I know you go up there. I know you do your thing up there, but sometimes I look at this like No Jumper has no shame in their effing game. You know?
Hey, but you know what I noticed? It's not Adam answering the calls no more.
Yeah, but they can't. If Adam wants to shut that, if Adam could he could
yeah.
have a meeting and say, "Look, we already gave this guy a lot of shine.
Right.
He's been nothing but a liar. He was part of a brutal beating that's going to cost my insurance company a lot of money. We're going to cut the rope on this dude." But no, he still gets to call in and talk his ish. And let me play a clip of this latest call-in because it's related to the police report that recently went public that was authored in January of 2025. It just went public, and it shows that the Burbank Police Department is investigating that beating as an attempted murder. Here's the clip.
What y'all got going on?
Man, long time no here, man. I'm we doing the news, and you know you've been buzzing all over the internet, and I just surprised to get a phone call from you. So what's the word? What's going on? How you been?
Man, I've been good, but man, there's a lot of goofy stuff going on. Why people are trying to act like they don't know what happened and what was going on with this?
I'm just hearing, I'm just spectating and watching how everybody else watching. I just seen
What that mean though, Luce?
I seen the video that you dropped today, and we just reacted to it.
Yeah, let me put it this way, right? That police report, everybody is acting like it's brand new. That police report been out for months. You get what I'm saying? So it's no charges, no nothing. So while people is out here cloud chasing and stuff like that, Bubble Butt knows exactly what was his part into the situation. He knew that Jay Reed was coming up there for him. You get what I'm saying? But he's just too scared to stand on his word and say what really happened. Maybe he need the no jumper job, and that's cool. If he needs that or whatever, so be it. But just say that.
Yeah, it's been a whole lot because I've been hearing, your side, Wack side, Adam's side. There's a whole bunch going on. The media, everybody's covering it, talking about it and stuff. So,
Yeah, no, but you have to think about it is, right? Adam don't have nothing to do with this situation at all, right? Let's get that understood. And then second of all, Wack orchestrated everything. So if Wack know that the nigga Jay Reed was coming in there to talk about business with Josh, why is he not just saying that? He could just say that, and then Jay Reed got the popping. He said it at first, but now he's changing his.
This call is from
But
a
Wack
federal
did say
prison.
that though. Wack did.
He's changing his tune. He's changing his tune because a police report that's been out for months. He's acting like it just came out. You need to stop lying.
All right, and you gotta see, Aunt Hefe is sitting there looking like, I cannot believe what this guy is saying on the phone while I'm sitting here in the middle of this show. All right, so first of all, the report is old, but it recently became public. So that's why it kind of got this new feeling to it. The public did not ever get to see this report. So it obviously either got a FOIA request or it was just turned over because of the insurance, because of the lawsuit.
All right, it's 14 pages, and it may be old, but it started. The paper trail started in January and it's to the present time, almost to the present time. So like they was building on it. So everything that's in this police report ain't really old like that. You know what I'm saying? Not everything, because you go from like the first couple pages where his name is confused, Termaine with Jermaine, but then later on it's updated to Termaine. Like, so it's like a gradual build on this police report. This all wasn't done in 1 day, 1 month. You know what I'm saying? So he could call it old if he want to, and then he just by definition called in and snitched or lie snitched. Either one, because I heard his dad is a notorious lie snitch. So he might have lie snitched and said that Wack knew he was coming up there, or he was coming up there for him or whatever.
Well, the two things that he said that's very that implicates Wack is Jay Reed was there for him, and then the second thing was Wack orchestrated the whole thing. Now, there's a lot of people that already thought that. They already thought that before Termaine called in to no jumper. But it's a possibility that Wack, I don't know. I do believe he orchestrated it. I'm gonna have to believe that. But shoot, coming from Cannon,
you can't believe nothing.
Yeah, you don't know what's real, what's not real. But if the feds are gonna be questioning him about this, that's a fact.
Hey, okay, now, okay, Ashley Cannon, everything that Wack was saying, he was going along with the flow at first. Now you upset with him. Now you want to say that he was up there for him. You know what I'm saying? The story done changed 15 times. Like, you don't want to know something? I don't even think Ashley Cannon would be a credible witness on no case.
Hey, they have put worse witnesses on the stand to snitch, though.
I don't believe it. I don't believe there could be a worse witness than him.
I think the guy that testified against Lil Doc Thong was worse than this guy.
See, the world not even privy to that. They privy.
It's in the paperwork.
Yeah, they privy to the case and
Yeah.
what took place, but not the intricates. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That guy was a horrible person.
A horrible person or a horrible liar.
Well, the
we
guy
talking about the credibility of people testimony.
Well, the guy that testified against Doc Thong, I don't think he had a lot of credibility because he was fighting a pimping and pandering case, and he was fighting an underage minor case.
Yeah, Ashley, he got a pending state case with domestic violence. Ashley Cannon he's on an indictment with Big U, and now this is hovering over his head. So he got way more to lie about.
Yeah, but prosecutors are really good at letting the jury know that their witnesses are not always the best human beings. They let them know. They put all that out on the table. They're gonna say, look, ladies and gentlemen, it is very difficult to convict people
that's from the streets
without using the same type of people to testify against them. You know, we're trying to convict a horrible person, but the only way to convict a horrible person is by getting another horrible person to tell on him. So they let the jury know that you're going to hear that this guy's a liar, this guy's a child molester, this guy's a rapist, but he has the information to help let you know what happened in this case. So they pre-warn jurors that these people are horrible, they're not credible, but we believe that they have the critical information to help this case. So...
yeah, man, but what the jury always gotta realize that it's an incentive for a lot of these people to tell. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what the defense attorneys usually do.
Yeah.
Aren't you being promised something, Mr. Williams?
But they say no all the time.
They always say no, but we know it's a lie.
Yeah, man, bro. Our defense attorneys gotta always, man, stay on their necks about this. Bro, these people that be up there telling, it be an incentive. I'm not talking about the people that lost a family member and witnessed it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the people that's involved in the crime and the underworld doing all these illegal things. You know what I'm saying?
But prosecutors will also do this because they know that the defense is going to uncover that. They'll say to the defendant, I'm not promising you nothing right now. After the trial is over, then we can talk.
Mm-hmm. I never heard that on audios before.
Yeah. So technically, when the defense is grilling them, did the prosecution offer you something? Are you getting a deal? And they say, no, they haven't. They haven't. Most of the time now they're telling the truth, but we know that there's something on the table for you after it's over. You know, so there's little ways that the prosecution gets away with offering a deal without offering a deal.
Right.
So, I think he's going to cooperate in this
That's
case.
without a doubt. I'm just saying, is he even what you consider a credible witness? But we gonna see.
But look, when he went on No Jumper in January of 2024, the guy was on there lying for an hour and 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But we do know he told the truth about robbing that weed dispensary. We do know that that's truthful. We do know that that's a fact.
Because he landed himself in the cell.
Yeah.
Stupid.
We do know that there's corroborating information for that story. But we know he lied about the Nipsey Hussle call. We know he lied about Big U knew about it. You know,
he lied about Meek Mill.
Yeah, that Meek Mill thing's a lie. You know, so
he lied about having a song with Drake. he lied about a lot. He got to be the biggest liar in America. All 50 states, and let's throw Canada in there too. America and Canada.
And then he said something about, oh, this police report's old. There hasn't been any charges. And I guess he just thinks that the feds are supposed to start indicting people in 6 months or 7 months. Nah, they're gonna wait and figure everything out. They're gonna wait and figure everything out. They move slow, but when they come, they're coming hard.
You notice in the paperwork they said he used to be from A Trade and he's a 60 now.
Yeah, that was Burbank's typos.
Burbank, they ain't got no real gang intelligence, bro. So I don't really expect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they have a very small gang. I think they do have some gang cops, but it's very small.
I mean, every department got gang cops, but they need some people from LAPD to get transferred because that shit is trash. That dude was never from no A-Track gangsters.
No, they made a few typos. They called the unknown suspect 1, and then the other one also was unknown suspect 1. Well, it should have been 2 and 3, or
right.
They numbered it all wrong. They had Jermaine's name in the report instead of Termaine on page 1.
The twin brother.
Yeah, so that's their first report. I'd like to see the August 2025 updated federal report, which we won't be able to see that for some time. But eventually that will be coming out. And this phone call right here that he just made to No Jumper is going to be part of the discovery. This is going to be in the discovery.
He on a federal phone, man. He know that, man.
And I don't understand why No Jumper keeps platforming this dude. Even though that was Adam wasn't there. Come on, man. Why is Luce Cannon still popping up on platforms?
I honestly, I never heard of. Well, I ain't know what you call a No Jumper OG and nothing, but I never heard of Adam telling somebody what they can't say, except when he went on back on Fig and forced T-Rail not to deal with Milk.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other than that, go for what you know.
Hey, this is more serious than that. This is not platforming fake.
But hold on, but let me ask you something. Look, this tells you a lot, bro. Somebody's having money troubles. Why will Wack still be dealing with Adam if you allowing people that could land me in jail for the rest of my life call in to your platform and say incriminating things?
Yeah.
Why would you mad at Young and Hefe about Adam bringing up your significant other? Not at Adam, but you mad at Young and Hefe. Why he could call you gay and say you have a gay streak? Why he could question whether you really accepted in the blood community or not, and you still stick around for it? It's trouble in the financial department as far as Cash Jones go, and he need that No Jumper check.
He doesn't have $200 million diaper deal.
Of course not.
It's a lie. You don't have a $200 million diaper deal in the Congo. You don't have a $200 million deal in Nigeria or in Ghana. It is all lies. In fact, we are going to talk about this until you stop saying you got a $200 million deal, because there is no $200 million deal. Just like we talked about your YouTube channel and how your view count is the worst of all of the people in our sector. Now you buying views. Now you're going to stop talking about the $200 deal you have in the Congo, because then I'm going to start pulling up emails and conversations with the Congolese government that they don't know who the F you are. They don't know nothing about no incredible diapers. So stop saying you got a $200 million diaper deal. Which country is it? Is it Nigeria? Is it Congo? Is it Ghana? Liar. And on that note, man, let the people know where they could tap in with you, Munchie.
Hey, man, the new home is Morals Over Money TV, man. Morals Over Money TV, no spaces. Everybody go over there and subscribe, and I appreciate it, man. And you know, it's MB_the mayor on Instagram, man. Tap in on Tap Out.
Alex Alonso 101, Twitter or X, Instagram, and YouTube. And we are on all podcast platforms, Spotify, iHeart, and Apple. And if you listen to us on Apple, leave a comment and a rating and a review or a question. And if you want to watch the clips, that'll be on the StreetTV YouTube channel. And we out.